Hello and welcome to Totally Rovers with a couple of Blackburn Rovers fans talking about Rovers. On the pod, we're going to be discussing what's been going on around Ewood Park as we've been on the international break. And now that we're on the international break, we'll be going on to our first game on the road away against Watford at Vicarage Road. On the pod, there's myself, Luke, and we've got Liam. So, how are you doing today, Liam?
Yeah, doing very good, thank you. Hello, everybody. How are we all? Going good, mate. Never stops at my place to putting all the Christmas stuff out now. So I've got that fun.
Oh, you're getting ready for Christmas already?
Yeah, I've got that fun and games to deal with at the moment at work.
About there, then, are you?
Nah. But no, nice day off tomorrow, so I'm going to go visit my grandma tomorrow and go for a curry. But yeah, gonna have a good day out tomorrow. Just a nice chill day. But yeah, looking forward to podding tonight with you. So.
No, it's great to be back, isn't it? It's great.
It is indeed. And how about you? How are you?
Yeah. I'm good. Same as always, really. Just getting on, plodding along. So anyway, let's get started onto Rovers. Now we're back from the international break. The news, of course, has broke out that Jordan Rhodes has retired and he's hung up his boots. And
he has
a great
indeed.
servant for Rovers and a legend. And lo and behold, he's come back to Ewood Park with his Rovers return as the loan manager. So him and Rudy Gestead are reunited off the pitch as opposed to being on the pitch. Do you know what the loan manager role entails? Sorry?
No, I'm going to say it'd be interesting if he gets any loans in.
Yeah.
I've no idea what it entails. And it seems an odd time to be. It seems an odd time to make him the loan manager, considering the transfer window's already shut.
Yeah, it is a bit weird. I mean, we'd love to have him on the pitch, though.
Oh,
yeah. You know, given that we've been needing a striker for some time. But we've got one in through the door anyway, so let's give Andrew Johnson a chance. But what I read and what I heard, to my understanding of the loan manager role, is that John's like a mentor for the players. He looks at the players' well-being and their career state, the career path. That's the understanding I got for all Rovers now. It's not just like he's looking to see like how the players that we've got in our academy set up doing out on loan. Like, for example, seeing if the players get enough minutes on pitch and what the performances are, how they're doing there, etc., etc. It's sort of like, a duty care for the player, really. But he also works with the recruitment team as well, so he could get back to Rudy or even Blair and the recruitment team and like what players Rovers could bring in or what they could like, for the club, like say in the next window, for example.
Yeah.
And sort of things like that, really. But also during the international break, there has been some Rovers players out on international duty.
There has indeed.
Balash Tolf and Andrew Johnson are side have had some real tests at international level. Balash Tolf was against Portugal in Hungary in the international break, which he's made his full debut for. So he would have been between sticks against the likes of Cristiano Ronaldo, Bernardo Silva, and Bruno Fernandes. And for Andrew Johnson, for playing against France, he would have been playing against the likes of Kylian Mbappe,
Dembele.
What's the one at Arsenal? Was it Saliba? Yeah, Dembele and Saliba. Saliba, the other one. He's the other one as well. And N'Golo Kanté still playing for France as well.
I'm not sure if he's still playing for France. I don't think he plays much now. He's in Saudi still, but I don't think he plays much internationally.
Probably still be in the France team though. I mean, he always looks after himself well, fit as a fiddle. But he scored as well, didn't he, in the international break as well against France in that 3-2 defeat. Augustus Cardbow was on international duty for Sierra Leone, and Lewis Miller was for Australia. And not for the senior teams at international level, Christy Montgomery for the Scotland under-21s, and Iga Tijon for the England under-18s, which he scored in one of the games as well. Looks like they've had a bit of a good outing on the international break as well.
Good experience for him, though.
I know Lewis Miller was part of. Oh yeah, and experience as well. And Lewis Miller part of the Australia team that won against New Zealand international break, and Cogbo got results. Was a part of the Sierra Leone team that got results as well on the international break. So I think that'll do him some good playing at a high level.
Yeah,
coming back into the team as well. And then that comes back nicely. Sorry, to the game against Watford. I mean,
it does indeed.
Before the ball was kicked against Watford, I was a little apprehensive of how Rovers were going to be in the
Same
game
here.
because we were on the back end of that terrible defeat against Norwich. Sean McLaughlin was suspended. Dom Hyam has gone. So what played on my mind really was our defensive line because Hayden Carter just come back off an injury. Scott Wharton has come back from a long-term injury. So what my concern was how they were going to do in the game against Watford. I'm not saying they couldn't do a job because I know they're more than capable of doing it.
Yeah,
And
it's a little bit more apprehensive though.
Yeah,
away against
definitely.
Watford with a few players missing, it was one of them. I was a little bit apprehensive.
Yeah, very much so. And like I said before, with the injuries, it wasn't just that. I wasn't thinking that they couldn't do the job because I know they're more than capable of doing it.
They've got the experience, but I would be concerned if they were match fit and match ready.
Match sharp. But much to my surprise, Wharton and Carter did really well actually in defence for Rovers. He just kept it simple, and Wharton took command of the centre back pairing of the two.
He was man of match for me. Wharton was man of match.
Wharton was your man of match. Oh well, I don't think he was, but I think he had a really important role for Rovers in the game in keeping us, giving us that clean sheet and keeping it all tight and organised. And plaudits where it's due. Wharton did a really good job in defence. He just got stuck in as well as did Carter. They both knew what they were doing. There was no messing about. Just got the job done. And Alabiosu was solid at right back in the defensive duties.
Yeah.
And Ribeiro, just business as usual with him. A very solid 7 out of 10, as you'd expect from Ribeiro. Very consistent throughout. It was a bit cagey in the first, I'd say, 20 minutes of the game. Watford tried pressing on for some chances, but on the final third, they were very toothless. They had no shots on target at all. I think the only time where we were properly tested when Watford pressing was when Hayden Carter did a crucial challenge. And Watford tried to play for a penalty, but the referee just like, nope, not giving it. And then there was a set piece that we conceded against Watford, which Balash Tov probably would have been tested, but it just went over the bar. And then as the game as the game went on, Rovers were finding their rhythm. They were looking more comfortable and getting into the game as it went on, out on the counter attack when we were with the ball. And we were just going for goals throughout the game into the first half. And Murray started, which I was quite pleased to see after his display against Norwich. And he had an attempt on goal outside the box, which hit the bar, which nearly got us in front. I mean, if that went in, that would have been an absolute cracker. And then Todd Campbell had another attempt on goal, long range shot, which was saved by Watford's keeper. But as the game went on, we looked more comfortable in possession, and we were trying to get a goal into that game. And at half time, finished 0-0. Very encouraging signs. And I just thought, yeah, we'll take that. I was very happy with how Rovers played and performed throughout the game.
Come off time, after seeing how we'd done in the first half, I thought there was one moment where they looked like they could have scored, where the ball came in and bounced and it just went over. And, I can't remember if that was a set play, if it was a set piece or something, but it managed to go.
Yeah,
it managed to go over the bar, and it felt like that was a bit of a close call. But then after that, it felt like we were more comfortable in the game. Like I say, we had the brilliant effort from Morishita hitting the bar, and then you've got Campbell forcing a really good save. To be fair, I thought there was a chance we could have gone into the break, a goal to the good with the way we were coming out towards the end of that half, but wasn't to be. Anyway, I'll let you carry on explaining how the second half went.
Yeah, well, we can talk about the first half as well before I get on to the second half. I thought they all pitched in and did their bit. Bodies on the line in terms of defending. They all played for each other. I mean, Tronstad played really well in the game. I mean, he got stuck in helping Wharton and Carter on the back line. Albios, who helped out on the back line, as did Euribero, as I already said. But Tronstad, what was also good to see from Tronstad was that he was pressing the ball forward more. I mean, not usually seeing that from Sondre Tronstad. He's more deep lying midfielder, isn't he, Tronstad, and doesn't really press on with the ball forward. He's been doing that more in the game, which I was really pleased to see.
He's going to be able to do it. So
I know he played really well when Travis was there, but I think that Tronstad has got a bit more free reign now in that midfield.
Yeah,
not having another midfielder alongside him, if that makes sense, to the extent that Travis was. I know Tavares was playing in midfield alongside Tronstad.
Yeah, I think
he gives
people more freedom to play his style more.
Yeah, that's it. And Cantwell, he was.
We know what Cantwell can do.
He was just doing what he did. He was the midfield maestro that could make things happen, getting into the right places. He's getting into the right places, picking
For
up
those who aren't watching, I was doing a little dance with the whole Cantwell thing then. That's what made him laugh. But there you go. Carry on, Cantwell.
Cantwell dancing with his feet, basically, from what you were saying.
Basically, yeah. That was basically what I was referring to. I was doing a little dance when you were saying the midfield maestro dancing with his feet, but I was doing a little dance in the chair. Anyway, carry on. Sorry. Just explaining for the listeners, not the ones watching.
And Mori and Ohashi were pressing really well. They were really good without the ball, as opposed to playing with the ball. Mori and Ohashi. Yeah. I mean, they knew what they were doing. There was a really intelligent bit of football from Mori.
They team up well, didn't they?
Ryan Hedges has put in a really good performance that game. I couldn't have asked much more for Ryan Hedges. Pushing the ball forward, trying to cross it in and create chances, and even going back, tracking back as well to defend. I know he's had his critics, but he had a really good game as well.
He's had a couple of good games this season so far.
Yeah, I think he's proven to be one of our stronger performers. This season so far, Ryan Hedges. And what I was really pleased to see with Rovers throughout the game, though, was that I know we've lost a lot of championship experience in this transfer window, but the players that that got championship experience have all stepped up to be leaders on the pitch for our new signings that have come in. Indeed. That's one thing I was really pleased to see from all our experienced players. I mean, we got it from Wharton, you got it from Carter, got it from Tronstad, even Taylor, Gardner, Hickman as well, and Cantwell and Hedges. They all showed leadership on the pitch.
Yeah,
and having that experience to see out through the game as well, which I was really pleased to see from them. In the second half, though, I mean, it was what Rovers do best, I think, under Valérien Ismaël, is that we, right off the mark, hit the ground running, right off the back, right on the front foot, and then we got us that first goal. I mean, that was a brilliant setup from Cantwell with the build-up there.
Cantwell was lovely, and then Ohashi's little was lovely.
It was lovely, and then Mori got it into net, and that was a beautiful finish. I mean, Mori was very much off the mark in this game. I mean, you couldn't have asked for much more, really, from Mori, making
He could have had a few goals.
Yeah, and scoring a goal to win the game. But, even though 1-0 up, Rovers tried going for another goal.
Oh, yeah.
Trying to score another one. And that's what I'm really pleased to see with Rovers at the moment. When we get a goal up, we don't sit back. We don't just go,
we're pushing for that action to kill the game off.
Yeah, we try and kill the game off, exactly. We're not shutting up shop. We're not parking the bus. and not resting on our lead, which I was really pleased to see. We were trying throughout the second half.
Yeah.
When Watford made some changes just around the hour mark, we had to dig deep a little bit defensively, defending some set pieces and digging out in defence, making some clearances. But it weren't not just credit to like Wharton and Carter in defence, which they've done really well. But there were other players that were defending and putting their bodies on the line as well. Hedges did it, Tronstad did it, Alabios did it, and even Tavares tried doing it as well. So, and then after we made our changes, when Cogbo came on, Andrew Johnson came on, and Lewis Miller came on. I mean,
he looked quite good for his little cameo role. Did Good Johnson, to be fair.
Yeah, he looked really dangerous on the counter-attack. I think he had one attempt on goal already, which was blocked. And he's quick as well in his positioning.
Yeah.
He knows where to go. He knows where to be. He's got that instinct already. I saw this, and I thought, this is a player that's got an instinct, an instinct for goals, and knowing where to be, knowing where to run. It was a really good display from Good Johnson. And I mean, once he gets that goal, I think he strikes me as somebody who will be a player that will keep scoring goals once he starts scoring. I just get that vibe from him. That's the vibe I get from
I hope you're
Johnson.
right, because if we can follow in the footsteps of his dad, we've got a player on our hands.
No, absolutely. Absolutely. I've been needing a striker for some time now, isn't he? So he could be the missing piece of that particular jigsaw for us. But when Ribeiro was taken off for Miller, Valerian Ishmael changed to a back three, which worked quite well actually. And there was a bit of dark arts from Watford throughout the game. They tried to feign fouls and tried to get players sent off, but they tried to rough us up as well. We managed to stay composed, and we continued our rhythm of play, which holds our resilience. It's a testament to our resilience throughout the game as well against Watford. I was a bit worried at times throughout the second half, particularly when we were digging deep. I had a feeling on the back burner that Rovers might concede a goal, but thankfully we didn't. We saw the game out, and we.
You know what I really enjoyed as well? I really enjoyed seeing Cantwell with the confidence to try it. There was a ball that came to him, and he went for some spectacular overhead scissor kick style thing, and I was like, "Fucking hell!" Cantwell last season won't be trying something like that. He's grown confidence now. He's getting more confident.
Oh, absolutely. His confidence has grown. It's grown tenfold, hasn't it? Really, with Cantwell. I think the full pre-season has really benefited Cantwell. As well as being a club captain as well. I think he's really embracing the role of skipper for Rovers. He is arguably our most talented player in the squad. He can hold players to his standards.
Yeah.
And he practices what he preaches from the looks of it. Like, if Todd Cantwell's telling players to do this and do that, it's like, well, if he's doing it, then I should be doing that as well. I think there's a good snowball effect on the rest of the squad with Cantwell being captain as well. And obviously later on in the game, Blair and Ishmael playing edges after getting booked. Put Harry Pickering on just to see out the game. And
Pickering,
Pickering is another player with championship experience, which is needed given how much experience we've lost to see out the game. All in all, I thought it was a superb performance from Rovers. We were strong and resilient in defence, kept it organised, kept it simple. And on the counter-attack, we kept pressing and going on, creating chances. And one of our chances that we took has paid off handsomely with leaving Vicarage Road with 3 points.
To come away with a win.
What were your takings from the game?
To come away from Watford with a win.
Yeah.
After losing a couple of players through injury, and we've got one suspended. It was one of them. I was very dubious about whether we'd get anything against Watford. I thought I'd be very happy with a draw going into the game. To come out with 3 points, I'm very happy. I think we deserved it though, personally. Don't get me wrong, there were times Watford tested us, but I think overall, I think we dealt with most of what Watford threw at us. So on the whole, I think we earned our 3 points, if anything. And fingers crossed, long may this start of like showing what we can do in terms of when we go out and we push for that goal, and then when we do get the goal, we don't just sit back and hold on for it like we have done in the past, which has been frustrating to see in past seasons. We're actually playing nice football where we're actually looking to try and score more than one goal. Like we get a goal and then we're looking to get another. We're looking to kill off a game, and it's good to see. I'm happy with it. I'm happy with. Don't get me wrong. The business that we did in the window, there was a couple of bits that made me a bit worried, but I'll give him the benefit of the doubt so far. It seems to be looking like it could go well for us. Fingers crossed.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves, but
no,
I'm
not saying we're going to get promotion or playoff. I'm just saying, with what was happening with a lot of our experienced players going, I was worried we were going to be down the bottom half of the table and maybe in danger of a battle down there. I'm now a lot more optimistic we can finish top half with what I'm seeing at the moment. I'm not saying we're going playoffs. I'm not saying we're going up. I'm just saying I'm more positive about where we can be at the end of the season if we can continue to play like we are doing.
Yeah, absolutely. I think there's awful lot of positives to take. There weren't really any negatives in the game, to be honest.
No.
My only concern is that Wharton and Carter stay fit throughout the season, because when I listened to Rudy Kosted's interview to Radio Lancashire saying that we don't need to replace Tom Hyam, I thought that was a very bullish answer to give out, and saying, "Oh, we've got Lewis Millie who can cover that back line," which I thought, not convinced by that. Still think we need another defender through the door just to be in the squad. You know, sort of like what Carl McFadden did for us, not last season, but the season before that.
I was hearing inklings of a rumour of a free agent, but nothing materialised of it. And I would have liked to have seen it happen because I think the guy brings a wealth of experience, but nothing materialised from it. So I don't really want to go too much into it, but would have been nice. I was hearing inklings of Craig Dawson.
Yeah, I heard that, but it was all surface level rumours, weren't it? I mean,
exactly. That's what I'm saying. I'm not. But how many times have I said surface level rumours and then it materialised in the window? So it was one of them. I don't want to get with that one because I don't see this one happening. But
no, I don't see that at all. But all in all, it's good performance. One thing I did take was that the players that we have signed from overseas have the quality to hit the ground running. Murray, Good Johnson, and Alabiosu in particular have the quality to hit the ground running for Rovers this season. I think they do. Tavares, he looked a little bit off the boil today. It wasn't his finest game. He was a little bit sloppy in possession in terms of dribbling with the ball and cheaply giving it away at times. But I think he'll be one that will grow into his role as a box-to-box midfielder at Rovers.
I think you've got to give him time. He's still learning. It's his first season.
Yeah.
And he's just had a bit of an injury issue as well throughout pre-season. So he didn't get much pre-season either. So you've got to give him some time, I think.
Yeah, definitely. Out of the other new signings, I think Deneve is going to need a bit more time to bed himself in. But luckily, we've got Harry Pickering who can play as that wing back, as well as Ryan Hedges. So
we've got Ribeiro
all right there. And Ribeiro as well. So
and I'm really impressed with how Ali. I'm really impressed with how Ali Biossu's doing on the other side. I think he's a cracking little sign, and the fact we picked this guy up and he's not really been that known by many people, and we managed to get him in, and he's doing what he's doing. He looks the part. He doesn't look out of place that way.
No, he's just slotted right in, hasn't he? He's just played. He's played really well today. Not just going forward and pressing, but also
defensively
on the defensive side and with the aerial duels and the physicality. He's done so well. I think he's just slotted right in there. So I think Alabi, like I said, with the signers that have the qualities to hit the ground running, he's definitely one of them. And I mentioned Maury as well. Maury looked really good, not just with his pace, with or without the ball, his positioning, his reading of the game, his awareness, the decision making. You know, they're the qualities that we've been lacking on the front line, really, for Rovers. I think the only player that sort of has that, some of them qualities further up the pitch would, dare I say it, be Ryan Hedges possibly, when it comes to the running and where to be. But I don't think his decision making is as good as Morris though. And being brave enough on the ball.
Playing like he's doing, though. I think we've got a good strong core in our team.
Yeah, it looks like we're developing that as well. But what was also pleasing to see from Rovers was that there were more players like doing attempts on goal. There weren't just the select 2, maybe 3 players going for a goal or trying to go for a goal. They were hesitant on the decision making. They were thinking on the feet more as well.
Yeah.
You know, Murray and Campbell, Hedges and Alabi in particular were thinking on the feet. Tronstad were doing it as well. And even Scott Wharton and Hayden, they were all thinking on the feet throughout the game. They all looked pretty sharp and aware throughout the game. The concentration levels were high throughout the game as well. And that's one thing that had been worthy of noting, that our concentration levels had dipped at times on the games that we lost in particular, particularly against Birmingham and Norwich. There were lapses of concentration that defined them games as well, that where we dropped points as well. If you take the game against Hull, and obviously this game, our concentration levels were always high. There was no lapses of concentration. We didn't nap by the opposition. And I think we really made sure that we weren't caught napping by Watford either, with our concentration levels remaining high throughout the game as well. It was a real team performance, though, throughout the game.
Yeah.
They all played for each other. They all played as a team. And it was a good game plan from Valère and Ishmael with the changes that he had to make following the departure of Hyam and Sean McLaughlin being suspended. And obviously there was good game management as well, you know, throughout the game as well. Cogbo looks more effective as a impact player though than as a starter.
I will agree. But I do think he can get better as a starter as well. I think he just needs more time. He's not done many games starting, let's be honest. He's been mainly used as an impact player, so.
And with his pace as well, and when you got a leggy defence from the opposition, his pace and pressing could force him into making errors as well, which would be very effective. Where Cogbo could be really effective.
No, very true.
But I think there could be more to come from Cogbo. I think he needs to up his game more with the end product, the positioning, and the decision making, and I think that'll help him along the way as well this season.
Yeah,
I mean, he's only been at the club for half a season, so once he's got a full season under his belt, you know, there could be more to come from Cogbo, and I'd like to see that. So, although I'm really happy that Rovers performing against Watford.
Yeah, and on to the next one.
Yep, on to the next one. Points are on the board. On to the next one, and we've got Ipswich at home.
And it's Ipswich next, isn't it?
Yeah,
be an interesting game, that one. Tough. I'm not sure what to think of that one. I think we can get the result, but I don't know what Ipswich side's going to come, because they've looked good sometimes this season, and then they've looked really, really like they're still suffering from the hangover from getting relegated. So it's hard to tell what we're going to be up against.
Yeah, they're on the back of a very comfortable 5-0 win against Sheffield United. But
they are, but Sheffield United are at the bottom of the table, rooted at the bottom, and don't look good at all this season. And Ipswich didn't start the best, so it's hard to tell where they're going to be this season. It really is. I can't work out what sort of level they're at.
No, it'd be a tough call, really. But
I think it's not going to be an easy game. I know that. I'm hoping we can get A good result against them.
I mean,
Sorry,
they're
got a hiccup.
quality though, and they've got quality players throughout the squad,
They have.
haven't they?
But then they've been in the Premier League, so they've got a lot of players that were in the Premier League as well.
That's true. And who's the player that scored a hat trick against Sheffield United over on Friday? He looks really dangerous. And then you've got George Hurst. And Sammy Smodics is back at Ewood Park. And I am in no doubt. I am in no doubt that he will get a warm reception in Ewood. Because
he'll get a warm reception, but he'll get a warm reception. But are we wanting him to play well?
No, yeah, they lost to Preston, didn't they? As well.
Yeah, they did.
They scraped a result against Birmingham with the controversial decisions made by the referee at Blackburn Road. But I think since they come back from the international break, it looks like they've very much hit the ground running now. And I think they're going to keep that momentum going throughout the season. So it's going to be a tough game. And obviously the odds are going to be in Ipswich's favour, which I don't mind, because when the odds are not in favour of Rovers, we tend to be getting something out of the games, don't we? Or nearly getting something out of the game. Even the game against Birmingham, for example.
On paper, they're the favourite team, but I fancy at home and the way we look like we're coming together now with our new young crop of players. I think we can get a result against these.
I don't know. Tough call.
See, I'm the optimist, and you're the pessimist in this situation.
We haven't won a game at home yet.
No, I know, but still.
Well, I hope we do. We didn't do that against Norwich after the back end of a win against Hull, did we?
No, true.
Having said that, we've got some new players through the door, though, haven't we? Before that game against Norwich, didn't we? So I think Murray very much is probably going to cement himself as a regular starter now for Rovers. That's one at Takens I got as well.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if Andrew Johnson is going to take over or Hashing starting yet. I think he's going to be an impact player.
Take some time, I think.
Yeah. Probably come on about the hour mark or something like that, and have about 30 minutes every game or something like that for now. We might just swap and change it around if needs be, depending on what opposition we've got. But it's looks very promising. There's a lot positive to take from that game. If we can play like that every week, I think we've set the blueprint for Rovers after this game against Watford.
Yeah.
Hopefully we can gather momentum and keep it going.
Yeah.
But we just got to see how we do this season, looking ahead long term, and then take it from there, really.
Yeah.
But I know a few football fans have said the next 5 games could give us an indication how we're going to do. I disagree with that. I would say it would be around December, January, on where we're likely to finish the end of the season.
Yeah.
I think we'll have a better idea at that time. But yeah, a lot of positives to take in. And obviously, on to the next game. We've got points on the board and we've got to gear ourselves up and get us ready for the next game against Ipswich.
Of course.
So, Rovers fans watching and listening, what did you make of our game against Watford? What did you make of our performance? Who was your star player? And how do you think we could do this season after this game? And then, obviously, we've got the Ipswich game next on there. And let us know what you think with your comments down below. So, I've enjoyed doing the pod with you, Liam. It's been great as always.
I always enjoyed doing the pod, mate.
Yeah. So we'll be back after next week with a game against Ipswich. So thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you next time. So have a good time, everybody. See you next time. See you later, everyone.
See you later, everybody.